Buddhaṃ 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 Vande Dhammang 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 Vande Sanghang 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 Vande Buddhaṃ Dhammang Sanghang Vande. Homage to the Buddha, homage to the Dhamma, homage to the Sangha, homage to the Triple Gem. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the exalted one, the worthy one, the supremely enlightened one. Three refuge, Tisarana. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Sanghang saranang gacchāmi. I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchāmi. A second time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A second time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A second time I go to the Sangha for refuge. Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchāmi. A third time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A third time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A third time I go to the Sangha for refuge. 5 precepts, Panchasila. Pānātipātā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training to abstain from taking life. Adinādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training to abstain from stealing. Kāmesu micchācārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training to abstain from sexual misconduct. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training to abstain from false speech. Surameraya majjapama daṭṭhāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyāmi. I undertake the training tour to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Buddha Vandana, homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattā deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. Such indeed the exalted one, worthy, supremely enlightened, endowed with knowledge and conduct, well gone, nor of the world, incomparable trainer of persons to be tamed, the supreme teacher of deities and men, enlightened and exalted. Dhammavandana, homage to the Dhamma, the teachings of the Supreme Buddha. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko akaliko ehi pansiko opanayiko pacchantang veditambo vinyuhiti. Dhamma is well expounded by the Blessed One. Visible results, immediately effective, calling one to come and see, leading onwards, and to be personally realized by the wise. Sangha Vandana, homage to the noble disciples of the Buddha. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujjopatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Sāmīci patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidañ cantāri purisa yugāni atta purisa pungalā Esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahoneyo pahoneyo dakkeneyo anjali karaniyo Anuntarang punyakentang lokansati. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing well. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing rightly. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing correctly. The order of the Blessed One's disciples is practicing properly. This is the 4 kinds of pairs, the 8 kinds of individuals. This is the order of the Blessed One's disciples is worthy of offerings and hospitality, worthy of gifts and salutation, the supreme field of merit for the world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Friends in Dhamma, today we are going to start our Saturday Dhamma program. First of all, we are going to practice a meditation technique for our inner peace, mental culture. Please get ready for the sitting meditation. Okay, relax your body, please. Straighten your body and take a deep breath in. Hold it few seconds and breathe out slowly. Relax your body, please. Be aware of your body posture that you are sitting here. From your legs to head and from your head to legs. And keep your attention around the nose or upper lip at the present moment. Now I am going to practice loving kindness meditation. I bless all over the world. By the power of energy and spirituality that I have been practicing, may all beings in the world be well, happy and peaceful. This is the loving kindness that now I am going to practice and spread to the world. Please keep your attention around the nose or upper lip. At the same time, now I am going to practice loving kindness meditation, contemplating on thus may all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings at this home be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings at this home be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this city be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in this city be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the east direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the east direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the west direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the west direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the north direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the north direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the south direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the south direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the upper direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the upper direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the down direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the down direction be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. May all beings in the entire world be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. I see the all over the world like my family, like my friends. I bless all of them. I am friendly with everyone. My mind is very peaceful and calm with loving kindness thoughts. I see the all over the world like my children. When I meet a person, I think that person like my only son or daughter. I keep my mind always peaceful and calm with loving kindness thoughts. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. Day by day, I increase the duration of practicing loving kindness thoughts for my inner peace. Whenever I practice loving kindness thoughts, at the moment my mind has no ill will, no greed, no jealousy, no ignorance. I cleanse my mind from anger by practicing loving kindness thoughts. Every moment I practice loving kindness thoughts in my four postures: standing, walking, sitting and lying down. In these four postures, I always develop my loving kindness thoughts for my inner peace. Every day, gradually, I increase the duration of practicing loving kindness thoughts in my mind on the path of liberation. Whenever I practice loving kindness thoughts, my mind has no hindrances, which are sensual pleasure, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and worry, and skeptical doubt. These are the hindrances which I overcome by practicing loving kindness thoughts. The more I practice loving kindness thoughts, the more I overcome these hindrances from my mind. The more I overcome these negative thoughts from my mind, the more I overcome negative thoughts and suffering, the final result is that day by day I increase my happiness or inner peace gradually. Whenever I practice loving kindness thoughts, at the moment I am like in the Brahma realm. Brahmas in the heavenly realm, they always practice loving kindness thoughts, and also they practice compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. These are the four sublime states that Brahmas are dwelling with. I also try to become that position mentally. Even though I am in the human realm physically, but mentally I am in the Brahma realm whenever I keep my mind in the loving kindness thoughts. When I practice loving kindness meditation, my mind gradually gains concentration. This is the highest quality of my happiness. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the final bliss of liberation. Every moment my body changed. My mind also changed. This is the nature of my mind. My life consists with body and mind. The nature of my body and mind is that impermanence. Every moment, body changes and also mind changes. This body arises because of some reasons. When those reasons cease, this body every moment ceases. My mind also arises with some conditions. When those conditions cease, my present mind also ceases at the moment. My life consists with 5 aggregates, which is the bottom level of my life. Whatever I experience through my 6 senses, such as eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind, these 5 aggregates arise at the moment together. Not only they arise, but immediately they cease when the conditions cease. These 5 aggregates, Rupa, form, Vedana, feeling, Sanya, perception, Sankhara, mental formations, Vijnana, consciousness. These are the 5 things which is the bottom level of my life. These are invisible, but this is the reality. Whatever I recognize something through my eye, ear, nose, or tongue, these 5 things arise at the moment. They don't come to the present from the past. They will not go to future from the present. They arise and cease at the moment. I reflect on this reality for my inner peace, since the suffering arises because of ignorance. Ignorance means when I see something, I think there is some permanent thing in outside. Actually, that is the nature of ignorance. When I recognize some material things that first experience has already ceased, I recognize something through my mind consciousness. When I recognize something through my mind consciousness, the very first experience, such as I form I consciousness, those things have already ceased. This is the reality of my life. I contemplate on this reality again and again for getting rid of ignorance or delusion. Five aggregates every moment arise and cease. My I is impermanent. Forms are impermanent. I consciousness is impermanent. These things arise at the moment with the conditions. They arise and cease. They are impermanent. They are dissatisfactory. They are selfless. They are not mine. They are not me. They are not myself. Netan mama, ne sohamasmi, na me sohatta. Ear is impermanent. Sound is impermanent. Ear consciousness is impermanent. They arise and cease at the moment. They are impermanent. They are dissatisfactory. They are selfless. They are not mine. They are not me. They are not myself. Nose is impermanent. Smell is impermanent. Nose consciousness is impermanent. They arise and cease at the moment. They are not me. They are not mine. They are not myself. Tongue is impermanent. Taste is impermanent. Tongue consciousness is impermanent. They arise at the moment. They immediately cease. They are impermanent. They are dissatisfactory. They are selfless. They are not mine. They are not me. They are not myself. Body is impermanent. Touch is impermanent. Body consciousness is impermanent. They arise and cease. They are impermanent. They are dissatisfactory or suffering. They are selfless. They are not mine. They are not me. They are not myself. Mind is impermanent. Mental formations are impermanent. Mind consciousness is impermanent. They arise and cease at the moment. They are impermanent. They are selfless. They are dissatisfactory. They are not mine. They are not me. They are not myself. I see the all over the world as impermanent, dissatisfactory and selfless. My entire life is the present moment, the present thought. That present thought every moment arises and ceases. The present thought didn't come to the present from the past. The present thought will not go to future from the present. It arises with the conditions and it ceases when conditions cease. When I contemplate on this reality, my mind is not fixed anything outside or even anything inside. I am free from materials and persons. I am free from even my consciousness. I completely depends on wisdom or discernment. My real success is that reflecting on this reality with mindfulness. Therefore, mindfulness is my best friend. Whenever I practice mindfulness, nobody or nothing can disturb my peace of mind. Every moment I think the only thing which happens in the world is that impermanence, arising and ceasing. I increase the duration of reflecting on this reality day by day, since my real success, happiness, getting rid of suffering, liberation, emancipation completely depends on the duration of reflecting on this reality, impermanence. Everything is impermanent. Everything is dissatisfactory. Everything is selfless. Sabbe sankara anicchati yada paññāya pansati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. All conditioned things are impermanent. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe sankara dukkati yada paññāya pansati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. All conditioned things are dissatisfactory or suffering. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe Dhamma anattāti yada paññāya pansati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhiyā. All phenomena are selfless. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Friends in Dhamma, now we are going to discuss our weekly Dhamma topic. Here we have selected the topic which comes in Anguttara Nikaya, named Vyaggapajja Sutta. The Vyaggapajja Sutta comes in Anguttara Nikaya. Here, the Blessed One explains the facts or qualities that we have to practice to succeed in this life and hereafter. One day, a householder named Vyaggapajja, he came to the Buddha, respected the Supreme Buddha, and sitting near the Buddha, he asked the question, Reverend Sir, we are lay people. We are spending a sensual life. We wear gems, jewelries, and other ornaments. We live with our spouses and children. Please explain the Dhamma, which is helpful for us to succeed in this life and hereafter. At the moment, Buddha explains some factors which are helpful to succeed in this life. First of all, the Exalted One explains. The Buddha says, Chattaro me bhikkhave dhamma kulaputassa ditta dhamma hitaya sangvattanti ditta dhamma sukhaya. Katame chattaro utthana sampada ආරක්ක සම්පදා, කල්යාණ මිත්‍රතා, සමජීවිකතා. Now you can understand the person, the householder asks the Buddha, Reverend Sir, please explain something, the Dhamma, which helps us to succeed our this life for our well-being and happiness. Then Buddha explains 4 factors that help us to succeed for our happiness and well-being in this immediate life. Here there are 4 qualities. The very first one is Utthana Sampada, the accomplishment of energy. The second one is Arakka Sampada, the accomplishment of watchfulness, protection of our property or wealth. The third one, Kalyana Mittata, associating with good friends. And Samajivikata, balanced livelihood. These are the 4 qualities that Buddha explained us to succeed this life for our happiness and well-being. The very first one is Utthana Sampada, the accomplishment of energy, working hard for our education and earning money for our careers. When we work hard, when we earn money, we should earn our money righteously and honestly with sweat. This is the Buddhist concept in earning money. We should abstain from some evil jobs, harmful jobs, such as selling beans for killing, selling poison, selling drinks and alcohol. These are the harmful jobs that we should not do. Buddhism has rejected these harmful jobs. Satta vanijja, satta vanijja, mansa vanijja, majja vanijja, and visa vanijja. Satta vanijja means trading beans for meat or slaves. and Satta Vanijja, trade in weapons, sell in weapons, and Mansa Vanijja, sell in fresh meat, and also Macha Vanijja, sell in drinks and alcohol, drugs, and Visa Vanijja, sell in some poisons. These trade-ins are rejected in Buddhism because they make harmful people in the world, beings in the world. Without going to these harmful jobs, earning money, Buddha has explained the correct way with the understanding of the Sammaditthi or right understanding. We should earn money righteously and honestly. This is the very first fact that we should fulfill for our happiness and well-being in this immediate life. Uddhana Sampada, working hard, the accomplishment of energy. The second one is that Araka Sampada, the protection of our property that we earned hard. Not only we should earn money righteously, but we should protect them. That is the accomplishment of watchfulness. That is also very important. The third one is that good friendship, admirable friendship. We should have good friends to succeed this life. What are the qualities that a good friend should have? He should have 4 qualities: Saddha, Sila, Chaga, and Panya. Saddha means confidence in practice. Chaga Sampada, generosity. He should practice generosity. He should be generous. And Sila, he should spend a virtuous life. Virtue also that person should have. The final one is Panya, discernment or wisdom. These 4 qualities a good person should have. What they are? Confidence in what we practice for our inner peace, or Saddha, or the confidence in what the Buddha taught or a virtuous person says. That is very important. The second one is virtue or moral conduct, discipline in our speech and behavior. If you find a person as a good friend, he should have a virtuous life, discipline in speech and behavior. That is also very important. The third one is generosity. That person should be generous. That is very important. If someone is very greedy, actually we are unable to associate with them for a long time. We are unable to deal with them because of their greed. The fourth one is discernment or wisdom. He should be wise. That is also one of the qualities, wisdom or discernment. Good association. Buddha says, when we associate a person, that person should have these 4 qualities: confidence in what he practices, or what the qualities of the Buddha, virtue or moral conduct, practicing generosity, and wisdom or discernment. If someone has these qualities, it means we can associate with him, and also not only we should associate with them, we should associate with him not only physically but spiritually. When we associate this kind of person, we should discuss with him. We should pay our attention what he says. And also we also follow them. That is also very important. Associating good friends, not just associating with his physical body, but we should associate, we should follow his good qualities, human values, noble qualities. That is the real result that we receive throughout associating a person. When someone is confident in what the Buddha taught, we should listen to his message, we should follow his quality. When someone has a virtuous life, we also should practice and follow this virtuous life. If someone is generous, we should follow his generosity. We should also make a generous heart. That is very important. The fourth one, if someone is very wise and discernment, we should practice his quality, which is wisdom. We also should be wise. This is the third one, which helps us to succeed and gain happiness and well-being in this immediate life that the Buddha explains. The fourth one is samajivikata, balanced livelihood. When we expend something, we should understand our income. Our income and expenditure should be balanced. That is very important. When we spend something, we should think again and again our income. In this situation, Buddha says, for a successful life in this immediate life, we always should consider our income when we expend something. That is also very important. Balanced livelihood. Income and expenditure should be balanced. These four qualities are explained by the Blessed One for the well-being and happiness of people in this world. Utthana Sampada, the accomplishment of energy. Araka Sampada, the accomplishment of watchfulness. Kalyanamittata, associating with good friends. Samajivikata, balanced livelihood. After Buddha explained these four qualities, Buddha says there are four qualities, four things that we should practice. Especially, Buddha explains here, we should overcome four things. What they are: debauchery in sex, debauchery in drinks, debauchery in gambling, and we should overcome evil friendship. We should overcome four things. What they are: debauchery in sex, debauchery in drinks and alcohol, debauchery in gambling, and evil friendship, bad friends. If we go to sex again and again, it disturbs our life. And also, if someone uses drinks and alcohol, it disturbs our life. If someone has bad friends, then everything that he earned go to destroy. And also, if someone goes to for gambling, it means everything that he earned is vanished. In this situation, Buddha has explained these four things should be overcome by the person who wishes to succeed this immediate life for his happiness and well-being. Next, Buddha says, what are the things that we should practice to succeed our next life? We have not only this immediate life, we are the sansaric beings who go from birth to birth. We are in the sansaric circle. In this situation, we have to practice some qualities, spirituality, for the success of our next birth. Here Buddha explains 4 qualities. Chattaro me Vyaggapajja Samparaya Sukhaya Sangvattanti Samparaya Hitaya. Katame Chattaro Saddha Sampada Sila Sampada Tyaga Sampada Panya Sampada. The accomplishment of confidence in the Buddha or his message or spiritual path. Sila Sampada, the accomplishment of virtue, discipline in our speech and behavior. And Tyaga Sampada, the accomplishment of generosity, practicing generosity. We should be generous. We should have a generous heart. The 4th one is Panya Sampada, the accomplishment of wisdom or discernment. Here, Buddha explains 4 qualities that we have to practice to succeed in our next life. Buddha says, there are 3 reasons why we need to find a spiritual teacher and to practice his message. There are 3 things that we are unable to overcome. What they are? Aging, death, and rebirth. Because of these 3 challenges, we should need a spiritual teacher and his sublime message, spiritual message. If we don't go to old age, we don't need a spiritual path. If we don't die, we should not have a Dhamma. If we will be not reborn, we don't need to practice Dhamma. Because of these 3 reasons, but they are aging, death, and rebirth. These are the reasons why we need a spiritual teacher and to practice his sublime message. When we practice Dhamma, gradually we are able to overcome the suffering of aging, suffering of death, and also we are able to free from falling into hell. Among these 3 reasons, the biggest challenge that we have in front of us that the ability to fall into hell. Buddha realized very clearly when he attained enlightenment, the biggest problem, the huge problem in this world is that after beings die, the possibility to fall into hell. We should overcome this misfortune. For that, we have to practice Dhamma. We have to purify our mind and we have to develop our mind with spiritual. In this situation, Buddha explains the 4 qualities that we can practice to succeed our next life, and we have to practice something to overcome the samsaric circle completely. The very first thing is Saddha Sampada, the accomplishment of Saddha or confidence, the Buddha's qualities or his message. Here Buddha emphasizes the qualities of Buddha. Itipiso Bhagava Arahang. Such indeed the exalted one, worthy, Samma Sambuddho, supremely enlightened, Vijjacharana Sampanno, endowed with knowledge and conduct, Sugato, well gone, Lokavidu, knower of the world, Anuttaro Purisa Dhammasarati, incomparable trainer of persons to be tamed, Buddho, enlightened, Bhagava, exalted. These are the qualities that the Buddha possessed. When we contemplate on these qualities, we are able to purify our mind from negativities such as greed, anger, and delusion. Contemplating on the qualities of the Buddha is one of the meditation techniques that we can purify our mind from negativities. Buddha Anusati. Not only that, in these situations which belongs to Saddha Sampada, we are confident in what the Buddha taught. the Buddha's message, what the exalted one explained, not to do evil, practicing good deeds and purifying one's mind. We are confident in this message. Why do we need to overcome evils? When our mind is wicked, then our activities are evil. The evil results follow us. We have to face some problems and sufferings in this immediate life. That is why we have to overcome evils from our mind. Kusala Supasampada, we should practice good deeds. What are the good deeds? Generosity, virtue, and mental culture. The more we practice meritorious deeds, the more we purify our mind. The more we purify our mind, the more we are happier. We have confidence in this message, especially Buddha explained the nature of our life, the Four Noble Truths or the Divine Origination. We are confident in this message, that is Saddha. The second one is Sila Sampada, the accomplishment of virtue, practicing moral conduct, spending a virtuous life. When we do something, when we speak something, we should think again and again whether it is correct. Discipline in our behavior and speech. This belongs to virtue or moral conduct. Why do we need to practice virtue or sila? If we don't have a virtuous life, then we have a lot of regrets. That is why before we do something, we should think again and again. Especially, we should practice 5 precepts: abstaining from taking life, abstaining from stealing, abstaining from sexual misconduct, abstaining from false speech, abstaining from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. If we have this discipline, it means we can spend a peaceful life. We have no problems at home. We have no troubles in the social life. We can succeed our family life and social life if we are able to practice this path. Not only that, after we die, we can become a blissful life. That is why Buddha has explained these qualities for our well-being of next birth. Virtuous life, Sila Sampada, and Chaga Sampada, the accomplishment of generosity, practicing generosity. We should be ready to offer something to others. We should have a generous heart. Why do we need to practice generosity? If we are greedy, actually we have no inner peace. If we have a generous heart, it says, Piti mudarang vindati data. He who has a generous heart gains a lot of happiness. We do everything for our inner peace. When we are greedy, actually we have no real peace of mind. That is why we should make a generous heart always. That is very important for our inner peace. The next one is that the accomplishment of wisdom. This is the highest quality that a person can practice to overcome suffering completely. Here Buddha explains the nature of panya or wisdom. Vyaggapajja panya. We should understand and practice the nature of our life, Vyaggapajja, arising and ceasing. Our entire life is our body and mind, with details, 5 aggregates: Rupa, form, Vedana, feeling, Sanya, perception, Sankhara, mental formations, and Vijnana, consciousness. The nature of these 5 aggregates is that impermanent, dissatisfactory, and selfless. These aggregates arise and cease at the moment. These five things arise and cease every moment. If someone can reflect on this reality again and again, he is able to overcome the attachment. Finally, he is able to overcome suffering completely. We should understand the nature of our life. When we experience something through our senses, such as eye, ear, nose, body, like that, whenever we experience something through our senses, actually, the very first experience has already ceased. When we see something through our eyes, we think that now at the moment I am looking through my eyes. Actually, the nature is completely different. When we recognize something through our eyes, actually, the previous eyes have already ceased. Eye consciousness has ceased. Form has ceased. We recognize something through our mind consciousness. That mind consciousness is also impermanent. It arises and ceases at the moment. If we have this understanding, we know very well, if we want to overcome suffering, such as aging, decay, sickness, death, suffering with separation from our beloved, if we want to overcome these sufferings, we have to develop this wisdom, reflecting on impermanence. Every moment, our senses arise and cease. We never reach forms or materials at the moment with understanding. When we understand something, when we recognize something through our senses, actually we understand everything through our mind consciousness. This is the reality. If we can keep our attention in this reality with mindfulness and wisdom, as soon as we experience something, suddenly we can free from materials. Even though we look at something at the moment, actually our mind is very fast. Therefore, we always think that at the moment I feel something as materials. Actually, when we recognize something as materials, we recognize everything not through our five senses but through our mind consciousness. This is the reality. If someone can practice this reality again and again, he is able to overcome suffering gradually. These four qualities, such as Saddha Sampada, the accomplishment of confidence in what the Buddha taught, Sila Sampada, the accomplishment of virtue or moral conduct, and Chaga Sampada, the accomplishment of generosity, and wisdom, the accomplishment of wisdom or discernment. If someone can practice these four qualities, not only he is able to succeed his next life, but immediately in this life, he can develop his happiness and well-being. We do everything for our inner peace, which is the main purpose of everyone who was born in this world. If we want to develop our inner peace, happiness, this is the path what the exalted one explained. Saddha Sampada, Sila Sampada, Chaga Sampada, Panya Sampada. Our happiness depends on reducing negativities such as greed, anger, and delusion. Reducing these three negativities, unwholesome mental roots, completely depends on this path. When we are confident in the Buddha's message, when we practice generosity, when we practice a virtuous life, and especially when we practice wisdom, reflecting on impermanence of the five aggregates, little by little we are able to overcome ignorance. The more we overcome ignorance, the more we overcome greed or desire and ill will or anger. Our real success depends on reducing these three unwholesome mental states. Even though we are very rich, although we are well educated, if our mind is polluted, everything that we earned is useless. That is why we should spend a spiritual life, and also day by day we should try to cleanse our mind. Our real success depends on, according to Buddha says, Sacitta Paryodapanam, purifying one's mind. We should purify our mind from greed, anger, and delusion by practicing confidence, virtue, generosity, and especially wisdom, or reflecting on impermanence. As the result of practicing this path, we make a refuge in our life. We don't take any material thing as our final goal. If we depend on our relatives, properties, education, our jobs, it means our life ends with suffering. The reason is that when we reach these things, we have to get suffering. If we want to overcome suffering end of our life, we should have a spiritual goal. Keeping our mind in the present moment, practicing mindfulness and purifying our minds. This is the real path that we can develop our inner peace day by day. As the result of practicing this path, we can overcome falling into hell. We can become a blissful life as soon as we die. Not only that, in this immediate life, we are able to develop our inner peace, happiness, emancipation, which everyone needs to attain. Not only that, as the result of practicing this path, we are able to overcome the samsaric circle. As the result of practicing wisdom, panya, again and again, we reflect on impermanence of five aggregates, six senses, six external objects, and six consciousnesses. Then we can keep our attention in the reality, which is impermanence. The more we reflect on impermanence, the more we overcome the samsaric circle. This should be our main goal as a wise person. For that, I wish you all the best. By the power of practicing this path and listening to Dhamma, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May your all righteous wishes meet with success. And finally, may all of us attain the final bliss of liberation. In this discourse, Vyaggapajja Sutta, Buddha explains some qualities that we have to practice. The very first thing is Buddha explains the qualities we have to practice to succeed this immediate life for our happiness. What they are: working hard, watchfulness, good friendship, and balanced livelihood. These four things are useful to succeed this immediate life. And also, we have to overcome four things: debauchery in sex, drinks, gambling, and evil friends. These are the doors which cause us to fall into hell. That is why Buddha says these are the drains on someone's store of wealth. We should overcome these four things. And also for the success of next birth and to succeed the samsaric circle, to overcome suffering completely, Buddha has proclaimed four qualities: competence in what the Buddha taught, virtue or moral conduct, generosity, and especially practicing wisdom. These are the things that the Supreme Buddha explained in this discourse, Vyaggapajja Sutta. According to this sutta, we should train our mind to succeed this life and to succeed our next life and to overcome the samsaric circle, the suffering completely. For that, I wish you all the best. By the power of this spirituality, may our departed relatives also receive this merit and may they rejoice with this spirituality. May they also become a blissful life, and finally, may they also attain the final bliss of liberation. With that intention, let's say, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. By the power of these meritorious deeds and wholesome activities, may guardian deities and angels also receive this merit and may they rejoice with this spirituality. May they enhance their divine energy. Finally, may they also attain the final bliss of liberation. May they keep their eye on you too. May they protect the Buddha Sasana. With that intention, let's transfer these merits to guardian deities and angels to recite in the Gatha. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu sasanam. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu desanam. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu tvang sada. By the power of all these meritorious deeds and wholesome activities, may you be well, happy and peaceful. May you all righteous wishes, especially your spiritual goals, meet with success. Finally, may all of us attain the final bliss of liberation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dukkam panta ca niddukkam, bhayam panta ca nidbhayam, sokam panta ca nissokam, hontu sabbe pipanino. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May the Triple Gem bless you.